Tequila.
Jacob Thrall is 2 years his elder. Both gentlemen coming underneath the 135-pound scratch weight. Since it is a title fight, Jacob Thrall will have a 2-inch reach advantage.
Back we go to Brian Wood.
Let's go. The main event is brought to you by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Jacob, the Gerber baby, Thrall. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Alan, the Kansas City bad boy, Olivas. Oh, baby, let's go.
Okay, fellas, I gave you instructions to dress for this tough, clean fight. Any questions? God bless you guys. Have some fun.
These are two very talented fighters. These are two rapidly emerging fighters. These are two natural-born finishers. Round number one. Tonight's fight clock is presented by Hoy Excavating. Black trunks, as you see, for both fighters. Blue glove tape for Jacob Thrall. Red glove tape for Alan Olivas. Outside kick from Thrall.
Jacob Thrall showed that low kick twice, didn't throw it, and then on the third does land it.
Overhand right on the entry. Well defended by Thrall, and immediately looking for the front choke.
Allen coming.
Close guillotine attempt. Thrall taking himself to the canvas. Thrall supremely confident in his guillotine game and in his rear naked choke game. Defending, pushing against the elbow, Alan Olivas, keeping his calm, basing on his right knee. Bit more squeeze now from Jacob Thrall. Olivas correctly attacking the elbow. Thrall repositioning. Thrall heavy on that guillotine attempt from the low close guard. Thrall now repositioning his guard.
Thrall repositioning on the guillotine. He has to let go. Allen applying pressure, putting his head against the cage like his coach Jason High is calling for.
Well defended by Olivas, popping his head free. Driving pressure now with the front shoulder from Olivas, trying to hit the takedown on Thrall.
And Jacob will keep trying this guillotine. We saw in his Stephen Graham fight. He relies on that guillotine a lot. And when it works, but when it doesn't, here we see a knee land on Allen, forcing him to drop down to a single. He's going no on guillotine.
Back to that guillotine again.
Power guillotine attempt on the scramble from Olivas. Now sucking in the leg of Thrall is Alan Olivas. Well defended. Right hand from Olivas, turning defense into offense. One hook in.
And you got to think, the more you try these guillotines, the more you're squeezing. Like, how long can you do this for? As Allen finds himself here on the back.
Just a crank position, not under the chin. Olivas re-grip it, looking for the rear naked choke. Still not under the chin.
He doesn't have the second hook in. Now he does.
A bit deeper, sliding under. Good scramble and explosion by Thrall. Now Thrall taking the back.
Thrall with the reversal, ending up on Allen's back.
Jacob in a near leg ride. This is a great position for control. Not necessarily looking for a submission, but a great position you can control to land strikes like he's doing now.
Both fighters attacking with subs.
Gets high on the back.
High on the ride, over the top. Modified north-south now for Olivas, rights to the body.
Good awareness by Alan Olivas to see that, to feel that Jacob was high on the back. Gets his butt up in the air, tripods. Jacob finds himself on his back now.
Thrall trying to cage walk to a better position. Olivas trying to explode into side control.
Allen weary of it. Lands a couple short elbows there. Jacob finds himself in bottom guard now.
Close guard from Thrall. Right hand from Olivas. Olivas
looks
pushing
like
Thrall against the cage.
Looks like Jacob's trying to throw up some submissions here. Looking for a triangle with that wrist control.
Short elbow from Olivas.
Jacob fishing for a guillotine again. Mike England warning of the back of the head there. Those elbows did look like they were to the back of the head. Good on Mike England to be wary of that.
Soft warning in referee speak. Olivas now trying to take the back on the right hand, left hand. Good turn right back from Thrall to his feet. Olivas staying tight.
And Allen's relentless with these takedowns.
Thrall again looking guillotine. Wide base from Thrall. Two elbows, level change now from Olivas.
Allen applying pressure off the fence with the big take-up. Slam by Allen. Landing in that guillotine again.
Once again, fishing for the guillotine.
Well, closing
This
guard on the
looks
guillotine
tight. This one looks
attempt.
tight.
Looking
tight.
close
He's
to
on
it.
top
Now
now.
is Jacob Thrall.
Oh, wow.
65 seconds remaining, round number 1 of our main event. Heavy top pressure, mounted guillotine from Jacob Thrall.
Allen gives a thumbs up to Mikey England, letting him know that he's all right.
This is what you want to do. If you're in a tight guillotine, roll to your back. At least try to get out. This is one way to defend it. It's easier to fight it from top mount than it is from a lock guard.
Beautiful scramble
out of the
to
back.
his feet. Now Olivas hits the takedown. This is a phenomenal fight.
Beautiful scramble by Alan Olivas to immediately recognize, okay, I'm out of the submission. Now I need to get out of here. Scrambles, finds himself on top.
Elbows from his hip for Thrall.
An elbow back from Alan there.
Exploding forward Olivas off of that right elbow. Now right hand from Alan Olivas. Out of the open guard of Jacob Thrall. Hands locked now, left hands to the body from Olivas. Final seconds of a phenomenal round number 1. To the winner goes the currently vacant FAC bantamweight title. Next stop, round 2.
Mike England once again warning Jacob Thrall of shots to the back of the head. Jacob Thrall acknowledges that some of them were to the back of the head. Here in the replay, we see Alan land an overhand right, kind of loses balance. Jacob Thrall goes front headlock, tries to snap it to the back, makes the mistake of not moving an arm. Alan is able to secure his own takedown, end up on top, and here we saw multiple guillotine attempts by Jacob Thrall. One being so tight it forced Alan to defend it by rolling to his back. Jacob temporarily ends up in top mount. Later on loses that position. Very back and forth first round. And we got 4 more of these guys.
Championship fight, 5-round fight here at the FAC Fighting Alliance Championships.
Great experience for both gentlemen going forward. 5-round fights. This is, if you're at the pinnacle of the sport, a world championship in the biggest organization like the UFC, you want to get used to this.
I like it.
There we saw Jacob Thrall apologize for the elbows to the back of the head.
Round number 2.
Good sportsmanship shown there. But an apology doesn't take those elbows back. Alan will be feeling those elbows tomorrow.
Calf kick from Olivas. Thrall tried to return and could not. Stiff jab from Thrall, overhand right. Entry from Olivas, right back out.
Another headbutt.
Accidental clash of heads. There's a hard outside kick from Jacob Thrall. Thrall now coming forward. Body kick under the armpit lands from Olivas. Thrall right back to the jab, then the 2. Olivas working off the jab. There's that outside kick again from Jacob Thrall, and another body kick in return from Alan Olivas. Well, again with the jab.
Good stick on the jab there. Split the guard. Alan switches to lefty.
Inside low kick by Thrall again.
Olivas trying to cut the cage. Looking then on the overhand right. Well defended by Thrall. Back to the center of the FAC cage.
Chant by the crowd. Let's go, Allen. Trying to give Allen some energy out here. Big overhand by Allen.
Olivas landed that flush. Thrall right back to the 1, then the 1-2 for Jacob Thrall.
Big 2
right
down the
from
pipe.
Thrall. Rear teep right back from Olivas. Now on the shot. Well sprawled, well defended.
Big knee by Allen as he stuffs the shot.
On the switch from Olivas, that was clever. And now Thrall, excellent positional awareness, trying to take the back of Alan Olivas. Thrall now looking to attack rear naked choke. Getting too high, level change from Olivas. Thrall now looking guillotine.
Another guillotine attempt here by Jacob Thrall.
Ball from half butterfly.
Allen made the mistake there. He crossed sides on the wrong. Oh, now he crosses to the right side, but he needs to be fully out like he is there. A good way to take some pressure off this guillotine is pull the knees towards you. He's safe now.
Thrall again attacking with the guillotine.
You gotta wonder if those guillotines are still tight. You know, he's hit a lot of those this fight. Every time on the takedown, he's always going after those guillotines.
Big right hands down from Olivas. Referee Mike England taking a close look. Thrall trying to base up, driving forward pressure with the right shoulder by Olivas.
Unfortunately and fortunately, the guillotine is a very black and white move. Either you get it or you end up on your back. Earlier we saw him get the mount position because it was tight. How many of those do you have in you?
Olivas trying to work from the open guard. Now taking the back half.
Canceling that arm. Smart move by Allen.
Wrist control, now looking rear naked choke to finish Olivas. It's not under the chin.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to finish. I would like to see him settle a position first versus fishing for these rear naked chokes where you give Jacob the ability to scramble.
I agree.
Right hands from Olivas.
I agree. I agree. Allen needs to get some position here. I like the strikes, just peppering him up, softening him up, but he needs to make sure he's in position before he locks it in. He'll need to burn out his
This is more of a neck crank, not even a jaw crank because of the way Jacob's positioned. But here, Allen finds himself top half. Jacob does a great job of regarding.
Thrall smartly taking himself to bottom position, and the up elbow from the bottom by Jacob Thrall, who now closes guard with 1:20 remaining round number 2.
Yeah, Jacob remaining active off his back with these elbows. Beautiful pass by Allen.
Olivas on the step over, that was slick. But on the open half guard of Thrall is Olivas.
Applying good shoulder pressure here.
Great shoulder pressure.
Forearm that time by Olivas.
Grinding him out. Forearms to the face. This crowd's going nuts. This crowd's going nuts.
Olivas attacking with his heavy top game.
Jacob does a good job of regarding and being active off his back. Here he goes fishing for an armbar, now to a triangle.
Thrall tried to find the triangle.
Good awareness by Allen to posture out of it.
Thrall back to close guard. Olivas staying heavy and staying methodical. 30 seconds remaining round number 2. Olivas basing up now, hammer fist. Big right hammer fist from Olivas. Counter right hand from his back from Thrall. Thrall continuing to throw from his back, from his hip, from bottom position. Thrall on the scramble. Olivas, well done. Chest hold from the back. Closing seconds, round number 2. There's the 10-second clock. We thought this would be a great fight. This is a great fight. Jacob Thrall versus Allen Olivas. There is the bell. Next stop, round 3.
2 rounds in, 3 more rounds to go. Very high pace from both these gentlemen. Here in the replay, we saw Jacob Thrall have some success on the feet with landing some sharp jabs. Both complaining of a clash to the head there. And then this is the ground and pound we saw from Allen. He was able to fight off another guillotine, finds himself on top, was able to land some short shots. Allen once again in his full guard. Jacob did a great job of regarding every time, fighting off his back, but physics-wise, the guy on top of you is gonna be able to hit you harder. I would like to see Jacob do damage from bottom like he is, but use this damage to make your opponent move his head and try to stand up. And for Allen, I'd like to see him keep these positions, stop looking for these rear naked chokes, keep the position first, land some good damage.
Seconds out called. We are set for round number 3.
Third round. All the way back.
Both fighters a bit too keen. The cage door hadn't even been closed. Now closed and locked. Sporting touch of hands to round 3 we go. Tall stance for Jacob Thrall. Thrall again on the jab.
Big overhand by Allen. Big knee by Thrall. Oh, Thrall rolls and throws a hook. Sorry, I'm hyped.
Good calf kick landed by Thrall. Forces Allen to switch to southpaw. I think that calf kick hurt him. That calf kick hurt Allen Olivas. Teeps up the middle now.
3 kicks in succession from Thrall to the body.
That perennial nerve that right under the calf.
I don't think Jacob notices this, but I do
Big
think
slam by Pablo. Let's go.
Beautiful takedown by Allen Olivas, changing the scenery. I do think Allen was hurt to the body and to the calf. The deep breaths after the body shot kind of sold that to me. I'm not sure if Jacob noticed that, but I think that's what gave Allen the idea to shoot for a takedown.
I agree, Hefe. I think Allen was definitely hurt, you know, but you're in there and it's a fight. Triangle.
Thrall looking triangle, couldn't find it. Olivas has shown some outstanding submission awareness throughout this fight.
And kind of like Mikey was doing, showing good head position now. Before, Jacob was able to create space, and now Allen going eyes over eyes from that guard, and that really shuts down any submission threat.
Thrall trying to sweep. Olivas staying heavy. Wide base now for Olivas. On his knees, left hands. Thrall continuing to throw from his back, from his hip, from bottom position.
And now it's just a wet blanket on top, just relentless. This is what he's shown in all of his fights. Just, okay, cool, you get back up, I'm gonna take you back down.
Thrall again looking guillotine.
And
Allen making it nasty.
That's just gonna become more and more difficult as you become sweaty and your arms get a little more tired. It's gonna be harder to finish.
Olivas holding top position. Half guard of Thrall.
We saw it when Jacob Thrall fought Stephen Graham. They went back and forth, guillotine, guillotine, guillotine. And at a certain point, you have to make the conscious effort to not go to it and do something else. Defend the guillotine, or sorry, defend the takedown instead of going for the guillotine.
You see Thrall's corner imploring him to stand up. Thrall now standing, looking, standing, guillotine. Now looking, close guard, jump guillotine as Jacob Thrall couldn't find it. Single leg from Olivas to defend.
Allen cut the corner.
Word. And that's a great defense. You shoot a double A, you get your head wrapped up, you switch to a head inside single.
Yep.
That tees you off with your opponent.
Now taking the back from the waist cinch.
Big knee
to the thigh from Alan Olivas.
Big knee again. Those do not feel good.
Yeah, as someone that's been on the other end of those knees, you don't really feel it in the fight, I will tell you that, but for about a week afterwards, it doesn't feel good to walk.
Thrall once more looking front choke. 2 minutes remaining, round number 3. Scheduled for 5 is again this for the currently vacant FAC bantamweight strap.
2 minutes left in the round. What's helping Jacob here is that Allen can't get completely crossed off with him because the cage is in his way.
Correct. He's got to be aware of what's going on though. Jacob's still pulling on that neck. Looks like
a bit more squeeze on the guillotine attempt.
Now Allen getting his hand involved. That's what you want. Grab the hand, grab the fingers.
You see the leg entanglement from Thrall. Olivas.
And you got to think, how much more squeeze does Jacob Thrall have?
Olivas popping his head free, showed his poise, his composure. Now the right hand, another right hand.
With posture.
1 minute left in this round, and Alan Olivas coming on top, fighting out of that guillotine, showing his wall defense and working well.
And it's disheartening to go for these submissions over and over again. Think you have him cinched in, think you have him locked up. Even force your opponent to roll to his back and not get them. And not only that, but getting your
big knee,
getting hard ground and pound shots, eating knees.
Short knee, another short knee, but that's effective by Olivas.
Trying to pop that right leg out, making it weak on Thrall.
Back elbow from Thrall. Thrall, you see, keeping himself grounded, taking away the legal knees to the head of Olivas from that position.
Thrall fishing for a Kimura temporarily.
Good job.
Beautiful leg reap by Alan Olivas. Gets his leg behind Jacobs, reaps it like a football. Jacob finds himself here on his back.
Final seconds, round number 3 of our main event. Big left hand from Olivas just before the bell that ends the 3rd round.
Relentless takedown attempts, takedowns, and ground and pound by Alex Olivas. Here we see in the replay, big overhand land, but returned his own hook of his own, Jacob Thrall. Here we see this beautifully timed takedown.
Off the punch too, off the big overhand.
Yeah, set it up the right way, got in on the hips, lift and douse. Here we see some big ground and pound shots. And if I'm in Jacob Thrall's corner, I'm imploring him, hey, no more guillotines. Let's defend the takedown. Let's dig for an underhook. Let's scoot your butt towards the underhook. No more guillotines. If it didn't work the first 5 times, let's quit going to it.
Alan Olivas jogged back to the corner. Thrall looking a little hunched over. Alan looking like he's in great shape.
Both fighters now set for the first round number 4 of their respective careers.
Championship rounds.
Here we go, guys. 4th round.
This is Thrall's 14th pro MMA fight, Olivas' 10th pro MMA fight. Sporting touch of hands, right back to it, right back to the double jab, now the triple jab for Thrall.
Big overhand by Alan.
Olivas landing on the counter, overhand right from Thrall, right back.
Jacob starts off the round with 3 jabs that are splitting the guard. Allen returns with an overhand of his own and lands flush.
Well, right back to the jab, level change. Olivas looking for the entry, couldn't find it. Now the head kick.
Inside low kick by Thrall. Trying to measure distance with that lead hand from the southpaw position.
And once again, fishing for the guillotine.
On the snap down now from Thrall.
He's going to use it to get to the back. Allen scrambles once again.
Effective scramble now for this single leg attempt, Allen Olivas.
Head outside single, kind of leaving his neck out there. That happens when you're going for that head outside single, but then he moves his head to the inside to kind of shut that down.
Jacob once again fishing for the guillotine. Oh, but this time has the leg over. Beautiful step over by Allen.
Beautiful by Allen Olivas.
Very well defended. Allen did his homework. I've trained with Allen. I know he knew about Jacob's guillotine, how he jumps for it from any position with the back against his face, against the fence, excuse me. Arm in guillotines, full guard with it. Allen did his homework for sure.
Olivas heavy with that lead left shoulder. Now trying to take the back of Thrall is Allen Olivas. Again looking rear naked choke is Olivas.
He's not going to be able to finish this, however. Jacob's too weary. He's a vet. He just looks towards the elbow. I'd like to see Allen keep position instead of going for this half rear naked choke that you're not going to be able to finish.
Wrist control now from top position for Olivas. 2 left hands, a third left hand. More left hands. Olivas trying to get Thrall to raise up to find his neck, can't do so. Thrall very disciplined, smartly keeping his chin tucked to his chest.
And to be on the other side of this, just the relentlessness, the scrambles, you're constantly going, there's no time to rest. Jacob does a great job tripoding up, kind of like Allen did earlier in the fight. Once again, Jacob fishing for a 10-finger guillotine.
But does he have it? You know, it's late in the fight.
Thrall again looking guillotine. Thrall, supreme confidence in his guillotines, in his rear naked chokes. Now looking
This
at
one's
a
deep.
guillotine is Jacob
This
Thrall.
one's deep. He's mounted him.
This one is a little tighter. However, yes, beautiful work done by Allen Olivas. However, in the mounted guillotines, it's almost better to let go of your second hand and make it a post.
Excellent scramble from Olivas. Excellent positional control from Thrall. Again looking guillotine. 2:05 remaining, round 4. Acrobatically out is Olivas.
Watch the triangle here for Allen.
Yes, there you go. You gotta either be 2 arms in or 2 arms all the way out. You know, you don't want to play that dangerous game right there, that triangle.
Low close guard for Jacob Thrall. Olivas walking up the body.
You see the frustration on Thrall's face, going for these submissions over and over again to no avail. It is disheartening.
Right hand, another right hand from Olivas. Thrall posturing on his left hip. Elbow strikes now from the bottom from Jacob Thrall.
Sucks that arm in.
Olivas trying to take the back. Olivas wide base, right hands.
Allen choosing his targets very accurately, making sure to not hit the back of the head, going underneath the armpit, over the ear on both sides.
Olivas looking to his corner.
Gotta work.
Showing good cage awareness, listening to his coaches, placing his strikes in the proper places. You know, like Hefe said, not hitting him on the back of the head.
Short strikes. Olivas just trying to get Thrall to raise up, open his neck.
And I know we're in the 4th round here. Ends up in full mount. Big shots.
Down to the half guard. Good turn by Thrall. Good top control continually from Allen Olivas. 30 seconds remaining, round number 4.
Allen looking to pin that hand behind the back. He does. Similar to what Mike England did his last fight.
Watch that back of the head there. Watch that
More
back of the
elbows
head.
from the bottom for Thrall. Olivas again trying to walk up the chest, up the body of Jacob Thrall. Hammer fist, more hammer fist from Allen Olivas. Now a right hand.
Pop shot by Allen, smart, picking his shots, making it nasty for him.
Pressure on the neck. There is the bell, and we move to the 5th and final round.
Wow, here in the replay, Jacob started off the round with the fast jab that snapped the head back of Allen. High kick barely misses. Jacob brushes it off, and then this is what we saw for most of the round. Alan Olivas on top, landing short little ground and pound shots. They might not look like the hardest shots, but they don't feel good, especially in the 4th round when you're tired. Jacob Thrall once again going for another guillotine, and Alan defending beautifully.
This fight is phenomenal.
Definitely a great fight. I don't know, I think I've got it 3-1 Olivas. That first round was a little close. Maybe could have given it to Thrall. You never know with these refs these days.
I first saw Jacob Thrall and Alan Olivas when they were Amis. They were outstanding Amis. They both turned into first-class pros. Great show of respect between these two fighters. Maximum of 5 minutes remaining in this title fight. 5th and final round underway. Immediate forward pressure from Jacob Thrall to start the 5th round.
Jacob Thrall has to know he's down in this fight. And he's fighting like it right now.
Big overhand. Thrall then resetting from the southpaw stance, left hand.
He's
back
shown
to the
by
ortho
Alan
stance.
Olivas.
Right hand again from Thrall. There's the naked 2 on the overhand from Olivas.
Thrall fighting with some desperation in this round.
Those touched Alan, sent Alan walking straight back. You can't move straight back. You got to go 2 steps back and then peel to the left or the right.
And this is what you want to see from a fighter that's down on the scorecards. He's possibly down 4 rounds. You want to see this desperation. Try to win here.
Olivas now coming forward, cutting the cage. Feint on the step in, left hand from Jacob Thrall. Thrall on the jab again. Second one didn't get through.
And Jacob having success on the feet. If I'm Jacob, I want to keep this here.
On the outside kick, flush on the calf from Thrall. Muted start to this 5th and final round from Alan Olivas. Thrall walkout pressure, right hand.
Big head kick by Alan Olivas to the shot.
Olivas looking for the takedown.
He gets his hands together. If your hands are together, normally you're going for a ride, but Thrall back on that guillotine.
Thrall taking himself to the canvas to try to find this front choke.
And on the way down, Alan immediately shoulders down to try to cross sides. Let's see if Jacob's able to wall walk and stay on top. Nope, beautiful awareness by Alan.
You see the space above Olivas' head. Thrall does not have the choke.
And you see the frustration on his face. And even mouths the F word there, you know, it is disheartening.
Heavy front shoulder now from Alan Olivas. Thrall with his back against the fence. 3:05 remaining, 5th and final round.
And the wet blanket analogy I used earlier, I mean, I think it's the perfect explanation for this. Not to toot my own horn, but he is a wet blanket on top. It's just hard to get off you. And not only are you trying to get him off you, but you're taking shots to the eyebrow, the nose, you're taking knees to the thigh. It's not a fun place to be, and Jacob Thrall is feeling all that right now.
Thrall parked on his left hip. More heavy top pressure from Olivas.
Alan showing good pressure from the top, good head position, keeping the head in the armpit, sending strikes off of that, putting the head under the chin, sending strikes off that, working to the back on Thrall, constantly touching him.
Thrall tucking his chin. Olivas trying to get the near side hook in. Alan Olivas again looking rear naked choke. Chest hold on the turn.
Big reap by Olivas.
From the outside trip, so slick from Olivas.
Just a beautiful job. With the reap, you attach your own ankle to your opponent's ankles, and you hike it like a football. The same way you would finish an inside head single if you've ever wrestled, same way you do with that reap. And once again, Jacob Thrall was halfway up, finds himself on his butt again.
Alan showing great wrestling tonight. Good head position, great awareness.
Right hand. Another elbow from the bottom. Short hammer fist from the bottom for Jacob Thrall. Olivas now tucking his chin. Base up posture for Alan Olivas from top position, but he's taking shots from the bottom of Jacob Thrall.
Thrall throwing from the bottom. I don't know. I'd probably be trying to get up here. Thrall's looking pretty good on the feet.
Jacob
Thrall
was
looking Kimura, looking for Kimura sweep from the bottom.
Let's see who finds himself on top here. Once again, Alan in on a shot. Jacob attempts the guillotine.
65 seconds remaining, 5th and final round. Olivas pops his head free, takes the back. Chest hold again for Olivas.
You see this a lot with people that that have an old faithful move, people that are really good at arming guillotines, that are really good off the rear naked choke, or triangles, they seem to always go for that. And with these black and white moves, if you don't get it, it's a problem, and we're seeing that here tonight.
See Thrall keeping himself grounded, taking knees to the head off the table as legal strikes for Olivas from this position. Thrall no longer grounded. Outside trip, literally kicking the leg out, Alan Olivas.
Here he has the option to wrap the hand, as his corner was calling. Thrall does a good job getting back up.
Olivas getting high, maintaining control with the chest hold.
15 seconds left in this fight. Alan riding him out.
Olivas staying heavy on the back. Jacob Thrall talking to referee Mike England, hoping for this stand-up. It will not come. And that is the end of our main event. A phenomenal fight.
I don't necessarily agree with Alan not, again, trying to land shots and finish the fight there at the end. But job was done. Very impressive, very dominant performance over a tough opponent in Jacob Thrall. And Jacob kind of, you know, the agony of defeat, it's never easy. But he came out, put on a good fight, and he's tough, he's good. He has impressive victories over tough opponents. All credit where credit's due. Jacob Thrall will be back from this. He's a great fighter. I would like to see him not rely on Old Faithful so much, Sean. I thought in the Stephen Grant fight, he may have learned from that, not going for the same move over and over again. At a certain point, you got to stop trying it. It's not one of these where like keep trying until you get it. It's in a fight, you can squeeze your arms out. It's just, you got to have the wherewithal and the IQ to say, hey, this isn't working right now. Here in the replay, we see Jacob once again going for a guillotine. Alan cross sides beautifully. And this was just the story of the fight here. Alan on top. Jacob just had trouble getting him off. Jacob Thrall going for a last-ditch effort of a Kimura, forcing Alan for the roll through. But Alan's scramble ability was the story of this fight. When he did find himself in a bad position, he was able to scramble, find himself on top.
Our fight replays are presented by Major Pack. Jacob Thrall and Alan Olivas going the distance all 5 rounds. And this, our FAC main event, the fight for the vacant FAC bantamweight title. Our winner announcement is presented by Milagro Tequila. Here is Brian Wood.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for 25 minutes of hard fighting. Judge Henry Geary gives about 49-46. Judge Fernando Marquez scores about 50-45. Judge Brett Miller scores about 49-46. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Alan, the Kansas City bad boy, Olivas.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined here by your winner, Alan Olivas. Alan, I can see you're emotional right now. Coming into this fight, you said you wanted to make a statement. You made just that, pitching a shutout over a very tough opponent in Jacob Thrall. How are you feeling?
Man, I feel like $1,000. Yo, Dana White, Sean Shelby, I have 3 finishes in 3 different weight classes. I'm not even fighting in my weight class yet. I'm a fucking problem, bro. Put me in the UFC and I'll make a statement at 125. I will be one of the best in the world. I promise that.
It seems like you sold this place out on your own. So many fans coming to see you. What does this win feel like on Cinco de Mayo? Like you said, 7 straight wins. And 8 straight wins. 8-2 now. I know you want the UFC. What does it feel like to get a win on Cinco de Mayo with all your fans here in attendance?
Toda mi gente mexicana, si se pudo, cabrones. Vamos para arriba, vamos para arriba. This means the world to me, man. I worked so hard. I started 0-2. A lot of people counted me out, and I told everybody since I was 0-2 that I was gonna be something special, and I'm right here right now.
You're right here right now on Olivas. Call your shot. Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, Dana White. What's your message to him?
Sign me now. Sign me now, and I promise you, you'll see a future world champion at 125. I promise you that.
There you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Alan, the Mexican Bandit, Olivas!
Now 8 straight victories in his rapidly emerging pro MMA career for Alan Olivas. And this victory in our main event of the evening over the ultra tough and talented Jacob Thrall gives Alan Olivas the FAC 135-pound strap.